Okay, folks, we're going to call this meeting to order of the Clarksburg Water Board. Would you please stand? And Paul, would you lead us in the pledge?
Yes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Paul. Call to order. Mr. Sigmund.
Here.
Give a roll call. Okay. Paul, yourself, we're all here. Let's go right on into any communications.
There's no
And
communication.
nobody here to speak today? Signed up. All right, let's jump right into the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes for the last meeting.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. And on next item in our agenda is our financial items. Let's go right into that.
Yep, unaccounted for water loss report, month ending August 31st, 2025, presented by Jason Farrell.
All right. Well, our last month's got not as good as the prior month, but percentage loss to finish for last month, for the month of August, should I say, was 33.6%. Our total year to date now is up to 26.57, and our total unaccounted for water is 18.73, which is up from the prior month in July for 7.91.
That month's kind of questionable. for
Yeah,
me.
very unquestionable at this point.
July was real questionable, so I'd say the average of the 2 months, I'd say that's about where we're at.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Why is that so low, that number?
I think we overshot our loss for July, I believe. And I think maybe the prior month, I think we probably had some leaks that we accounted for in another month. But average, I'm good with that average. We're about 18. I'd say we're about 18%. That's about right.
And we want to get below 15.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions anymore on that? Okay, let's move on to the next report.
Yeah, this is built this way for a reason. What I'm asking the board to do is the 2025 Ford F-550 crew cab with the Napa High utility bed that we originally secured through Jenkins Ford. That was supposed to be built. Well, Ford is waiting for spare tires.
Plant caught on fire now.
And then now he called the other day and the plant caught fire, so that truck hasn't been built. So we have a crew and no truck. So Jenkins Ford found one in another state from another dealer that they're willing to sell to them. The only thing is this one has a little bit different package on it because, you know, as you all can see, it's about $6,000 more, approximately $6,000 more. I don't see a problem with it because
But
we need the truck and it's a good deal. So what I need you, if you all feel the same way, I mean, we sent you all the breakdown there. Really the only difference in this truck than the one they were supposed to order for us, if you've seen the Fords, the one we ordered had a black front, it had a black grill on it. You know, it's a little bit, this one has a chrome package on it. Same type of truck, same bed, everything. It just has a different trim package on it.
So we need them to get out there working. We have a crew. I'll make a motion that we approve the.
So what I need for you to
Rescind
do
the
is
first motion.
to rescind, and I have it written out there for you. You need to rescind that motion made on that date. And then make a motion to purchase this new one at this price.
I'll make a motion that we rescind the motion made on June 25th. Do I have to read the whole thing? To approve
Yes.
the purchase of the 2025 Ford F-550 Crew Cab XL 4x4. With the
You're right,
Matt P service body with Jenkins Ford Buchanan, West Virginia. Amount of
He's a couple hours.
$83,700.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Is $6,000 more. We don't, what is the difference between the two packages other than the chrome?
That's it.
That's only just the chrome. What's the difference? Wow. Okay, we need the truck. We have a crew and they have to have a truck.
So you rescinded the last motion.
Yes, okay.
So now
All in favor
you
for rescinding this motion?
Aye.
Aye.
So now you have to approve the new quote.
I'll
Yes,
make
we
a motion that we consider purchasing the 2025 Ford F-550 Crew Cab XL 4x4 with the NAP's Hyde service body from Jenkins Ford, Buchanan, West Virginia, for the amount of $89,400.
Only one change in your motion. Drop the word consider. We're going to purchase it.
Purchase it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second the motion to purchase.
Seconded. Okay, any further discussion? We discussed it briefly. Let's go right ahead and vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion
Very
carries.
much. Thank you very much. All right, the next one is an invoice from Mid-Atlantic Storage Systems. It's invoice number is 001846. Came from Mid-Atlantic Storage Systems in the amount of $74,174 even. The work completed on the Country Club Tank Rehabilitation Project. And Bob's here. Do you have any questions about that project?
We've got a motion on the floor, then we can ask any questions. Maybe I'll make a motion to approve it. We tentatively did it anyway, so let's,
I'll move to approve the payment amount of $74,174.
I second that.
this goes to Mid-Atlantic Storage. Now, it's done, complete.
Yep.
All, you're satisfied with everything? You guys questions?
good.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let's move right on. Let's go to the general manager's report, and I suggested an agenda change to move
Yes,
the item with Scott and to have the TTHM removal
that is correct.
to the first item. So let's do that.
All right, Scott, we'll go ahead and take care of you so you don't have to wait on us, buddy. So,
All
Where
right,
we
you
at?
get, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, very good. I hope y'all doing well. We are still waiting on the bond. We've got two more items from the accountant that will be cleared up this week. We're expecting it to be Monday, Tuesday when we get the approval. We've done everything we know to do now. We have been approved for the bond, by the way. It's just a matter of the paperwork going through the underwriting process, and we're about to get out of underwriting here shortly. It could be before Monday, guys, but Billy's still thinking it's going to be next week conservatively. So we've poor Billy, man, he's been through the ringer with these guys, as you can imagine, but it's about to come to a head. We're about to get started, guys.
Okay. He's doing his report.
So Jason, well, you guys have to, we have to wait on the next board meeting for you guys to vote to do the 20%, 40% as we start ordering material.
no, what the board agreed to do is that was in between meetings is that I send it to them. And they give me the authorization to go ahead and authorize payment. And then we can
Okay.
ratify it at the next meeting.
Okay, so if we get the bond next week, we can pull that together next week.
Once I get the bond at hand, yes, the invoice,
right.
we can go ahead and get that turned around and get you your money. Yep.
He'll-
All right,
he'll-
guys.
He'll email all of us and we'll respond with our yes or no's.
Thank y'all so much, and we're really close. I guess y'all
Well,
think we're like the EPA, right?
Yeah.
Paul, any comments on this? No. Well, we're so glad to see finally this is coming to fruition and we're getting this thing rolling. It's been a while.
Well, thanks
We
for y'all's
needed it back-
patience.
We needed it back in the hot weather.
Yeah,
All righty,
exactly. Well, the
Scott,
good
thanks.
thing about it is, once we can start installing here, it'll be the winter time, but we'll have this thing up and running, hopefully with these first three in the well by March. So
Well, that's great. Okay.
Yep. March
Well,
and April. All right, guys.
Well,
If
well,
we can
our
order
summers-
next week.
Our
if
summers
we
have
can
been
get
getting
order
pretty
next
hot.
week.
Okay.
All right, guys.
well,
Thank
thanks-
y'all.
Thanks for being with us, okay?
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you,
You
Scott.
got it. Thank y'all.
All right, let's move on to the next item then.
All right, Water System
Water system.
Improvements Project Phase 3A, Bobby Tenney.
Contract one is Northview. They finished the main lines up 16th and 18th and finished the tie-in on 13th Street. So they're concentrating on, making customer service connections on all those streets. They just have a couple other tie-ins to do. They'll start trench repairs as they get those services tied in. Contract two is DOS over in Staley and Heartland. Like I said, Heartland, the last time, Lower Heartland is finished, except for meter customer services connections. They're making all those connections. They have just about all their trenches asphalted over down there. They're started up on Temple Terrace. They've got that line ran out past John's, I believe.
Really?
We pulled them off of it to go do kind of a, we'll call it an emergency, but we had a flow problem going out to Country Club, so we had a valve down at the bottom of Liberty and Milford. We were gonna have to replace that line anyway. We just went ahead and had them do that tie-in now, try to alleviate that problem.
Is that what all that water was doing there today on the road? I mean,
Yeah, we had,
Down Milford
it
Street.
created a couple other problems too, because
Okay.
we shut off obviously, and it put pressure somewhere else.
I
and we
saw
had
them
other
working
lines.
valves and stuff. out
Yeah,
there.
so we had to take, so it's been an issue all night. We got it,
Okay.
they're through that now. Contract 3 is D&M, they're up on the 24-inch tie-in after we just done the insertion valve on Van Buren, the valve's in. So they've got it killed going over the Y, they've already done that tie-in, it's replaced, they're doing the tie-in up at the pit now. They got one more tie-in to do on Hayes and a cut cap, and then they'll be
Great.
hoping to finish this week, but they stretch into the first of next week. And then we'll try to get them to mill and pave and all that will be done. The downtown work, he's concentrating on from Monticello to Elm. He gets that line tied in, he'll be done on that end of town. They got all their concrete done on Pike Street. They've jumped over to Main Street, starting to do concrete repairs. They do a little work on South Chestnut to help the sewer sanitary boards project. Had a diverter line, cut cap a couple lines, get out of their way until we can get the new line.
How are they doing on their project? How? Because you're working with
It's
that.
slow, it's slow, but it's deep.
Well, I was gonna
It's
say.
deep. I mean, we're 12, 14 feet deep with the sewer. Then we got a storm that's 7, 8 feet deep. So, yeah. But it's coming along. They've already got to the Board of Education with their sewer line, which is the end of it. They've got storm to run from Gomart up to Board of Education and then up to Washington. And they'll be finished on this side, and on Pike Street, they're just going up to Chestnut. So they've got basically a half a block to go on that
They
side.
really-
They're coming along. They got to drop back and do laterals and DIs down by Wendy's. That's why you see all the water when it rains down by Wendy's. The DIs are outdated, plugged up. So we're putting all new DIs down there. Drop inlets.
Great.
Sorry.
I didn't know what it was. I'm going along with you. D, I was at Dillon's drill instructor.
Drop inlets.
Mr. Army man.
Is that the same thing that happened over the summer when it
Yeah, that
flooded?
when it flooded down there, the old drop inlets down there are like a 4-inch pipe. They just can't handle it. So I think there's 3 or 4 down there now. We're putting 12 in, that have 12-inch pipe. coming out of it. So yeah, they'll definitely handle the water.
Yeah, I can remember driving through there years ago with no problem, but the last few years.
Yeah.
Get any kind of rain, it's like a river.
Well, everything's combined down there too. The storm goes into the sewer, and it's only a 30-inch line, so it gets back
Wow.
up quick.
Okay, Bobby.
All right.
Any questions, guys? Okay, thank you. Thank you
All
for
right.
that report.
Do you want to explain to them after they're done on East Main, where they're gonna jump to before they start on the west side? We're gonna correct the problem over there in Adams.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna go over and do the Adamston issue from 24th,
First or
2nd, 24th,
22nd.
22nd, down
Down to
around
the bridge.
down the
down around.
bridge. Yeah, he's gonna put a crew over there and replace that line.
Yeah, that's been a nightmare for us.
Yeah, he's gonna try to he's running 2 to 3 crews now, but when he finishes over there, that'll free up a crew to go there. He'll still continue on our project.
It won't hold him up.
It won't hold him up.
Starting at Wendy's coming uptown, he's still getting.
That actually will go pretty quick, because it's gonna be soil that's already been excavated. We're going in a trench that's already been dug up and backfilled with gravel.
Okay.
So, several times, so
Look at Paul.
it's been
He
several.
has us in his neighborhood.
And it's several times. So it'll be a little easier. We know where all the mysteries are. They've already been located.
Thank you,
That's
Bobby. Thanks for
long
being on
overdue
top.
over there.
Thanks for being on top of it. You're doing a good job. All right. Any questions, guys? All right. Snake Hollow.
Yeah, we, 3B.
Oh, 3B.
3B.
Oh, that's right. I've missed the second title.
Pretty short. Same thing we've been doing is continue to work on the design. We anticipate hopefully having a set of draft plans sometime in early mid-December, sit down with staff here to go over those and just kind of take the first cut, make sure we're all on the same page with that. So
Well, and the governor bringing the 19 million helped our ratepayers. A great deal.
yes, sir.
And we're still looking, right?
Yeah, we're still,
Particularly our lending sources.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys, any other questions on 3A, 3B? Thank you, Doug.
yes, sir.
Doug's from Thrasher Engineering. I should mention that because we have TV people watch us. Okay, let's move
All
right
right,
on.
so we're going to go down to, consider all actionable items, including.
I just have one question.
Sure, go ahead.
Did you ever find out any information about the hits on the social site at Thrasher?
I apologize, what were you asking me?
How many people are actually looking at our site?
I will find out, I'm
Know what
sorry,
you're saying.
I completely forgot about it.
Okay,
I will, and I'll send you guys an email.
thank you. I appreciate
That'd be from Mary or Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, we're going to consider all actionable items, including but not limited to cost estimates, contracts, bids, quotes, invoices, pay requisitions, resolutions, and change orders. And we do have our first pay requisition. This is for the customer-led service line replacement. This is for the phase 3A. And it was prepared and be presented by the Rasher Group. Did Steve give you that breakdown?
I'll have to get this stuff back on it.
You'll have to zoom in,
Just alone.
obviously. Jason's been working with Steve, and Mr. Riffle, Josh Riffle on this.
This
So-
is that page reimbursement.
Yes,
one.
so to make things easy, because there is a lot of paperwork behind each one of these lines, we're talking, it has its own file. We're talking pictures and all the Buy American, Build American requirements, as you can see. All those check boxes you see where it says yes, 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 all of those are in that folder. That goes to Jason, he has to keep it, then it goes to Region 6 as well. So what we've agreed, as you all know, is we are going to pay, in this instance, is Mid-State Plumbing and Air. This is the contractor that is one of two that has submitted interest and has been approved to offer customer service line replacements on the customer side. And God bless them, because there is a lot of paperwork, a lot of documentation involved, and they have stepped up to the task and done very well. And so we are providing you here with a spreadsheet of each location that has been replaced. And the total for all replacements to date for this submittal is $70,332.62.
it.
And what we agreed to do is to pay them and get reimbursed through the project, because it's a small business and we do not want to hold their money up for 60 to 90 days. So
So
I
we're
thought,
going,
I thought we were having a cap on this.
you'll have to talk to,
see, we had
you'll have
some,
to talk to Doug on that.
And I thought we were having a cap on for each service line being replaced for the.
I thought we had like a
The price
footage or
cap?
something.
Yeah.
There was
I think-
I think we talked about it in the past.
Yeah, we
Recall
did.
that we made one.
We
It's a
had many
per-
discussions
It's a
about that.
per foot cost. Is what
That's
it's-
what I said. We had we was trying to come up with, everybody have different needs. Somebody has a
Right.
10-foot line, 6-foot.
We
And we were
initially
gonna have a
thought
factor
5,000, but
on distance, and we were gonna have some formula.
Right.
Do we have a formula?
You're right.
Or we just
Yeah, we
letting
do.
people say, let's pay 6,000 for this,
we made it
5,000 for
per
this?
foot cost.
I will take a look, I don't remember off the top of my
But
head.
we had a lot of discussion about that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Because
discussion.
we want to make sure.
Yeah.
That we weren't taken advantage of. We want to make sure that the customer's well taken care of too.
Right.
Can I get, what's that per foot?
I was thinking that where we ended up was, it was from 0 to 10 feet and then 10 to 20 and something like that.
Yeah,
Different
it
costs.
wasn't in like 6 feet,
Yes.
and 7 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet,
Yeah,
but they were proportionate.
And certain, every site's gonna be different. Some are gonna have a 3-foot wall.
yes, and so we left the
Right.
provision
Sidewalk, concrete
that
driveway.
for unique circumstances, those would be considered individual.
Now,
Yeah,
these, how are these gonna be handed out? Homeowners are to contact a list of qualified contractors. So we'll put that out to our community plumbers
Yeah,
to,
there's only two.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's only two. There
Yeah,
was
it's,
Mid-State and there's some excavating company. I can't remember the name of it.
what's the requirements to be able to bid on it?
pretty much they have to have,
Plumber's license.
yeah, let me get that to you, send it to you. I don't want to overstate what we talked
But
about.
we gotta get more people involved.
Yes.
Yes, we do, because if the competition will bring the price.
Bring the price down.
We
Well,
can't,
there's a lot of work too.
Yeah,
Companies aren't gonna be able to get it done.
yeah, it takes
Well,
forever.
Yeah,
It's
two.
it's not necessarily going to bring the price down because the price is set.
It'll
So
get
the
it done
price-
quicker.
Yes, what it'll do is it'll provide more opportunity. Now, this is what we are reimbursing to the homeowners. Right?
No, we're actually paying
You're
them
paying
directly.
directly to them.
Mid-State, yes.
We had worked back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought,
that's what Mary then suggested we do, so. it
see, I
doesn't
thought
go
we
to-
were gonna reimburse the homeowners, what I
Yeah,
said.
we were
Yeah.
gonna stay out of it.
But now we're gonna reimburse the guy putting it in.
We are reimbursing the company.
I think we need to look at that again. There was reasons why we didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
You remember?
We went back and forth with this with Mary, and I say Mary, this is, what's the hell's her last name?
What agency?
DE.
Oh,
Because we don't want to be liable for work that they're doing. So we'll allow the homeowner to engage with the contractor,
Yeah.
set the price,
That was
pay
true.
for it, and then we cut them a check back. That way we're not owning that line for the rest of our.
Yeah.
Correct. Now,
It's a
the
homeowner's decision.
the agreement, the contract is between the homeowner and the contractor,
Yes.
the plumbing agency.
Right.
The problem is where the DEP is if we pay John Smith for the money and he doesn't pay the contractor,
Yeah.
they did not want that problem.
Well, then
So
how about we have the John Smith pay the contractor first, bring a receipt in, we reimburse him.
They may not have a cash flow. or
we can
ability
do
to
that
do
with
it.
the cash flow.
They may not be able to. do
We're
it.
talking $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 projects each.
Well, how long does it take for us to turn around and write a check?
If you all approve it today, we'll have it to them Friday.
So we're talking
Put it
about
on a credit
replacing a
card and
line
then-
from a meter,
Ten.
10 feet to a house. just-
No, well, you're saying 10 feet. We have it set up, we have it set up 0 to 15, 15 to 30, 30 to 50, and then over 50. We did one the other day, it was 75 feet.
Okay, but 15 feet is gonna cost $4,000 or $5,000.
The bare minimum is 40 some $100
Wow.
for the 0 to 15 foot.
Wow.
That's
I wanna
material
be a
and,
plumber.
that's material and labor.
Well, I mean, yeah, you
Yeah.
can have equipment out there.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Mobilization, all that's inclusive.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, and part of that is his, he gets a fee for doing all the paperwork and all the submittals and the paper and the pictures and all that's on him.
Remember too,
What's gonna be tracked?
the plumbers have to maintain and be under the exact same consideration as the regular contractors do.
Wait.
Mid-state plumbing.
He
and air
gets checked by
fills,
Kent, he's gonna get
that's-
checked by Kent too from Reed.
This is
Yeah.
Davis Bacon as well?
Yes, because it's the EP, it's the money,
It's federal money.
it's federal money.
That's
so-
another big reason why it's
Yeah,
so
It-
much.
It is, it's because we ran into that and guys, a lot of this was literally changes at the last minute of the funding agencies. And I mean, like the last minute, right before we went out to bid. And it was, hey, you will do this for you, none of the money's available.
No, have we,
Okay.
in our rate structure and all this stuff, I mean, how do we factor in what this is gonna cost us? Or we're gonna come along with a surprise and say, gee, we thought this was gonna cost $400,000, it comes out at $1 million. I know that's not the thing.
No.
Good.
Well, most likely not, because here's what we're finding out. Again, when we did the estimates and we did the project budget, we had assumed a certain number of lines that were going to be lead. I think it's fair to say so far, we're coming in under that number. And so
That's the lead line, but how about the galvanized and all that?
same thing. All those numbers are coming in lower than what we thought. So we'll actually have money left over on that. We won't utilize as much of that money as we thought.
Okay,
So budget wise, we're okay.
The two contractors is Mid-State Plumbing and Air and Phillips Excavating LLC.
Okay.
That's
but
the two.
we need to reach out and let more people. I'm sure some of these companies may not want paperwork and all that stuff. And they're busy. I mean, they got the regular work.
Yeah.
So, but we really need to try to do anything.
And we did,
We did.
you solicited a couple, well, I won't name them, a couple of the local guys were, they were on board, they knew about it and were talking about it, but I guess maybe they saw what was,
It's a lot
they
of-
saw the checklist. And maybe that scared them off.
Yeah.
It's not our checklist, it's the funding agency that
Okay.
requires all that
Alright.
stuff.
And we checked to make sure that there was no obligation on our part by us paying the contractor direct, and there is none.
We ought to make sure that we're not the
Is
responsible
that
party.
correct?
Right.
I mean, the work is, that's between the
We are
contractor.
initiating the work.
Between the contractor and the
We're the
homeowner.
ones that picked them.
We're just paying.
Right.
Practically, if something goes wrong, we're on the blame line too. It's just the way it is, you know.
You're in you're in the group.
We're in the group. Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah.
Well,
But the bottom line here
They
is
cast
that
a
the
broad
funding
net.
agency is telling us how to do this.
Yes.
We really don't have a prerogative here.
Their money.
It's their-
They've done a couple things that I wasn't.
They do that all the time.
And participation for them.
It's their money, so we got.
But these invoices are all been confirmed by our people.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question on that statement. It's their money, it's our
I
money.
agree with that.
That's not grant money, we're paying that.
Do that.
49% grant.
Yeah.
This isn't the
I'm
grant.
talking
money,
about
though.
the galvanized lines.
They act like it's their money.
Is there a way, is there a way that we can like try to reach out to some of these customers and you talk about having equipment on site? And trying to get all of it done on the one street, you know?
They do. I mean, we can't force the homeowner I mean, they have to call the plumber. They set it up with the plumber. I know he done 3 in one day. If I know what you're getting at, can he do it? But that doesn't change. That benefits him by doing 3 in one. He's not gonna change his price based on how many he's doing. I guess it's the way he's set up to do one. He may get one today, he may get one next week.
I'm just saying if they just go down the line, you know?
Yeah, but the street may only have 2 people on it. We may go to the next street, it might have 1, because I don't think we're finding the amount of galvanized that we thought we were gonna find. But according to the spreadsheet that we have, but we are finding it. I think we've done, is it 15, 16, something like that?
What about, general contractors that aren't plumbers per se, but do this
I
type of
think we
work?
talked about that. They have to have a plumber's license.
That's, I mean, because there's a lot of guys that can do this work
But I don't think
that aren't plumbers, and there's plumbers that can't excavate, they just don't
He
want
did.
to. That's gonna
To be
be an
honest,
issue.
the guy that's done every one of these has dug every one of them by hand.
Not ditch witch, just dig them by
Dig
hand.
them a shovel. Every one of them has been dug by a
They
shovel.
must not be very long then.
Well, there are some that are we've had a couple that are over 50 feet.
Hmm.
He digs them all by hand. Well, if you're gonna tear
He's not
something
paid by
up.
the hour, he's not.
No, he's not paid by the hour. That's on
Okay.
him.
Paid by the job.
Any more
Another
comments? I have one final comment though. Okay, we have a scenario where somebody has a galvanized line has to be removed. They agree or they don't agree. They don't think about it. When's that clock start? Because they can't just sit there next year.
It's
come
6
back and say,
months, I think, is what we
oh, it's
decided.
that long?
6 months from the time that they're tied in.
So once we get the lead line over to the meter and they know they've got the line on their side, we notify them. Who tracks that?
We do. We know what date, on
You know what day
the
you did it.
spreadsheet, we know
And
what
who-
date
and who
they,
follows up with them? I mean, how do we do that?
they have to say no 3 times according to the funding agency.
Okay, well, to make sure how we're doing that, I didn't know how.
So
to
we
process.
track that.
So if they turn it down 3 times, at the
They're-
end of 6 months, they
they're
come
done.
along 7 months, oh, I changed my mind, I want y'all to pay for it. Tough luck.
What we're gonna have in that scenario, since what they just started making us do, we were connecting them, I call it the whip, the 5-foot piece out of the back of the meter, the width that the contractor has to supply. We were cutting the galvanized and tying it into the galvanized going into the house. We're no longer allowed to disturb that galvanized line anymore.
So what are you doing?
So we're running that line over to the old yoke, putting a jumper in with a T so we can tie it into it, and shutting the line that comes from the old main off. So now it feeds through the old yoke and goes into the house. We didn't cut the galvanized to disturb it.
Okay.
But now the issue, now that you bring this up and someone says no,
Yeah.
so now if someone says no,
Brings those to its
Now,
fault.
wait a minute, guys, wait a
if
minute.
someone says no, now we have that line, we have that old yoke as part of the system. Well, I don't know what you want to do about that. There's no way you're gonna have that line going out of the pit, over to the old pit, and then going into the house. So how does that?
So
And that's gonna be a unicorn. I don't think you're gonna have many.
I think the 6-month time was way too long. I said it doesn't cost the household any money. That's way too long to wait.
But when we're talking about regulation, the regulatory agencies, they don't live in the real world.
Well, I'm sure of that.
And when we talk about having to do this type of additional work and potentially leaving something in place, really, they say, okay, that's fine, it's no big deal. I look at it and go, Bob's question is, okay, what do we do? Well, I will say in that particular circumstance, you are still better off than you were because you have your line replaced up to that meter pit. You still have the obligation of the old yoke, but you no longer have an obligation to offer that homeowner any discount for them replacing it. If they want to do that work, they have to pay for it at that point.
When we discount, we don't discount, we pay for it.
They'll
right?
pay for it.
Yeah.
But at this, again, there I take a look at it and go, you have gone above and beyond. You've offered 3 times, given 6 months.
They understand the health risk. We just explained
Yes,
that.
and we have delivered the health risk to them multiple times. You've already done it in the past.
And we document it.
Yes, sir.
And if they refuse to sign, you make a note that they will not sign this, witness it or whatever.
3 different attempts. at
You was different in there, didn't you?
Yes,
Because we were knocking,
yes.
no one answers the door. So I leave a door knocker with an envelope that's postage paid with the participation form in
Explaining
it.
the stuff, yeah.
So they're saying that's not 2 attempts, that's still 1. So I have to knock today, leave,
Come back and,
come back and leave the door knocker. So,
so they want 3 trips.
Yes.
Okay.
which is tedious on us, because you're not gonna get people to answer the door during the day. So, but we've had a great response to the letters getting mailed back. I mean, I've got
I know
a
we,
couple hundred of them
I
already.
know we've asked a lot of
On the
questions
third
on
attempt,
this.
you get it certified to make sure to cover. On the door knocker, yeah, I never got it.
They take
We
pictures.
take a picture of it, and put the address and its timestamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we-
Located
it doesn't
GPS
say what
coordinates
it
and
is.
everything.
I know we've taken a lot of time talking
You're
about
fine.
this particular thing. That's our obligation as a
Yes, sir.
board. I mean, to come along and we hear things done differently than what we thought, we should ask questions.
Yeah.
I mean, financially, you shouldn't be on a board unless you ask questions. If you don't understand, you shouldn't be on a board.
And I will say, based upon not this particular type of project, but projects in general, this particular project, the board in general has gone well above and beyond what is normal by any stretch. And we have complied with the DEP, the EPA, even when they changed the rules after the project started. I'm not talking about things being changed. Some of it changed at the last minute, some changed after the minute the time clock started.
Sure.
And so we have still said we're going to comply with those issues. We're doing that now. So,
And they understand that. We've had several calls with them.
Yep.
I keep calling her Mary, Kathy Emery.
yes.
She understands that we were the first out and that they were changing things on the fly. And now they've got this official document out after we've already got several. of
Yeah,
them
we have
changed
several
out.
services in, yeah.
You know, and then here they come with this document, this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So they understand now we're having to change pace after we've already got,
It's hard for me to hook you into the new line. You've already got a new meter. And then I give you a participation form that says, hey, when we hook you up, if we find galvanized, will you participate?
You're
I'm
right.
already hooked up. Why are you giving me the letter now for? So they let me out of that. We didn't have to. We were able to use our spreadsheet that we create every week to track that. But going next phase, I mean, that's going
The
to have to
rules
happen.
changed.
The next phase projects, all this, we'll have to do the same thing, but we'll have
We'll have
be
the
more-
experience under it.
Yeah, we'll be more prepared next.
so what they're doing, just so you understand, is Bobby is having to figure out how far over the next month or so they're gonna be getting. So he sends these things, these envelopes out so that the last thing you wanna do is send these out and you don't get to them until next
You
year.
understand that.
And you don't get them back.
You don't get them back.
And
So
we're using I'm using my RPRs, we call them inspectors. They're the ones that are on the ground, so they're having to go ahead and do that.
I understand. That's,
so we're only working about a month ahead of
well,
the
that makes
contractor.
sense.
Yeah.
Because people come along and say, I wasn't notified, or it's too
Right.
quick, or it's too slow. It's
Yeah.
not perfect.
Well, I got that last year. I just threw it away, you know? So
Okay. Well, I know you guys are on time, but we just have a lot of
We
questions.
just have to make a motion for this, for the 70,000.
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we approve the amount of $70,332.62 to,
Pay the plumbers.
pay the
Yeah.
plumbers.
Mid air plumbing or mid state plumbing and air.
Mid-state
And
plumbing there.
Moving forward, you're gonna have one of these should have one of these every meeting.
Yeah, because it's their money.
That's just information that, I'm glad he explained it because we just weren't aware about that.
You're not paying.
Yeah, no, and you are correct. We initially said $5,000 per service. And then we started getting, well, this service line is 50 feet, this one's 10 feet, this one's 100 feet.
Oh, yeah.
So this one's going under a sidewalk, through the driveway.
Under a
Under
wall.
a driveway.
Well, the other thing we got is when we started talking about this, we had plumbers saying, if you cap it at 50, we're not going to bid.
Oh, really?
And so in order to keep people, and we still only got 2, but we're gonna go try to get more, but we were not gonna have any bidders.
Gotcha.
And actually, the price per foot after 50 is not the same as the price per foot under
Hopefully when
50.
the
So they,
rest of
they
them-
like to say they lose money after 50 feet. They're not losing money. They're
When the
just
rest
not
of
making
them
as
see
much.
that we're paying this guy time, this is a nice payday.
I agree.
Well, there's a lot of variables in here. I think the shock is the amount of money involved.
Yeah.
Because a typical job like this, probably with Davis Bacon and all the stuff that goes in, it just jacks the price.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say questions. We have a motion on the
I'll
floor,
second.
then seconded, into the reimbursement of this. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Todd, did you have anything to add to the project? Did you want to tell them about, what is his name? The Schilling
Yeah.
Schullingham.
he's
John,
the guy-
John Schullingham.
Yeah.
Joe
with
Schullingham.
the EPA, he sent me an email, I think it was Monday, that EPA money, he's essentially the last one that's getting furloughed. So all of his other coworkers have already been furloughed. So EPA, until they get back, shutdown's done.
There's not gonna be any drawdowns from
Nobody's gonna
EPA
be able to
money.
reimburse. And I've reached out to 2 other people with the EPA and I got automatic responses. One says, I'll be back when the furlough's over. Another one came back and said she was out of the office from the 13th until the 23rd, which is tomorrow. So I'm anxious to see if I get a response back from her on the 24th.
I just want to make sure we're good to go on this reimbursement scheme we just discussed. We're gonna be able to pay ourselves back. I
Yeah.
think there's a reimbursement
Yes.
resolution in
Yes.
place.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, the only hiccup's gonna be through the CDS. That's what, Joe
okay, let's jump
Schullingham.
here. What's CDS?
Congressional Directed Spending.
Okay,
That's the community grant, they call it. That you're not gonna be able to draw any money down on until they get back to work.
Right.
So I don't know where that puts us.
I don't think we've got any,
We're gonna have to shift, pots of money, aren't we, to keep people paid?
we could possibly, what we'll talk about, we could possibly do a Schedule B modification, which would then change the pots of money we pull out of, and that we change everything that would come out of CDS at a later date.
That's what I'm thinking, then jump back
So
over,
we'll take a look at that, see if there's something that we've got to do in order. to-
because everything else comes through the state.
Right, yeah, so we'll
Okay.
see what we can do.
all righty. Thank you, guys.
I know he was sweating it over here, and I said, nah, there's a workaround. So there's a workaround.
All right, let's move on to, we voted on this payment, so let's move to the next item, which is Snake Hollow, I guess, we're ready for that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any update, but Snake Hollow Road,
We sent out a couple of emails over the past couple of days to the contractor saying, hey, it's been a month since you had the redesign and the direction on this. Remember what we had left to do was
Those stones and all.
just some stone to put in the ditch.
Yeah.
A little bit of grass seed.
Sure.
So I've not had a response back on that, but we're ready to up the pressure on these guys to, hey, you still have retainage, you're waiting on some other stuff, you've been approved for this change order through the state, you need to go get this done, so.
has DEP, have they approved?
Yes,
Well, I know, like the last time Steve said about some mobilization monies,
yeah, they approved the whole thing.
so we're just waiting for them to get it.
We're just
here.
waiting for them to get the work done.
Okay, because I knew that was, had to wait for approval, because it's mobilization again, bringing their equipment back again.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for them to get it here and get it done.
That is my understanding. Yes.
Any more questions for Doug?
Okay,
Okay,
so let's move past Snake Hollow then.
all right.
Second Street Pump Station.
Pump Station project.
Second Street sounds like, we are on for delivery, either, I think it has slipped to late December or early January now on that delivery. They've got some, quality, control, issues where they've gone through and making some changes on that and some updates, I think. So they're working through those issues. I think we have worked with Bob about getting, the electrical out there. I know that we are now trying to schedule our surveying crew to go out and mark the corners of the pad and where the pipes are going to come up. So we're trying to schedule that as well. So we know where.
We talked about that the last meeting, about the pad, about the
Yeah.
electric, and you've been talking to the power company and all that.
Yeah, the fence got moved, right, Bob?
Yeah, I told Scott, so Scott will be good for getting started on it.
The fence company's got their end done, now Scott's gonna be moving in and doing his work. Can we get a material list?
And the access road that goes over to it or whatever.
We can get a material list, we can go ahead and get Larry to get that stuff ordered, because I don't know if anything, if there's any long lead time on any of that material. I hope not, it should be standard stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's just T's and 90s. And
All that stuff to learn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I believe I sent that down there. Casey sent it to me and I sent it to Bobby and Larry.
Okay.
If you didn't get it, let me know. I'll send it again.
All right,
You got that, Bob? You'll follow up on that?
Yeah, he gonna send it to me. I didn't get it.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Sorry. It's fine.
THM,
we've done, now how about short line?
operation and maintenance agreement. You want to tell him what you've been doing out there? Mr. Zirkle was with him earlier today. He had no update.
Jeff was here.
I met with Jeff earlier today.
Anything on short line?
Oh, we were down there fixing leaks left and right. I'm not kidding you not.
They've been down there just about all week. Started last week, right?
We still got a few things to do down there, but we can't get out of the city right at the moment. Bunch of leaks here.
Yeah.
Ain't funny, Bob. But we're trying to get everything caught up.
Bob Davis, I know you've been doing some stuff out there. How's the telemetry and
Oh, it's all good.
everything?
Yeah, it's all good. Oh, yeah, just have one of those real big storm. But then once the storm rolls through, we get communication.
And I know Clyde is working on the conversion from their data over into our billing system. And he should have that wrapped up here in a couple of weeks, and we'll have to do a parallel billing with them. And then we're ready to bring that stuff over.
No, give us some. 2 weeks after that is that. And then 2 weeks after that is that, and then I'm already 2 weeks off, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. We'll go there. Okay, we're talking about meeting times when we get to that.
Okay, the next is the equipment storage building project. We have $125,000 in the budget for that. Last time you all hired Cochran and Son LLC for $42,500. That leaves in the budget $82,500. I just need the board to approve that budget so we can move on with bond materials. I think we're gonna have an excess left over, and at that time, we'll have you all do a budget revision, because I don't think we're gonna need all that money. But we'll go ahead and get your all's approval. That's the case for all building materials, concrete, electrical,
And the 19th will be one extra
Heater.
day because it's a Christmas party.
heater, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're all 2 weeks apart.
So we've got building materials, garage doors. We're gonna have to buy electrical. We'll have to have Scott probably come in and get us all hooked up. Concrete. That's just about it, isn't it? And the concrete work we're doing ourselves, so.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget for the storage building,
Yes.
out distribution.
I second that.
Okay, we discussed this before and again today. We're ready to vote on this. All right, guys? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And the final item under the general manager report, business matters, is meeting schedule over the next 2 months.
Yeah.
And I put some suggested dates up there, so
We have another suggestion. There's one meeting you only had 1 month. Was it November? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, why couldn't we have the first meeting of the month? Any particular reason why we're cutting it out? And only having one meeting? Is there something going on that we can't have a meeting?
no, that's your next regular meeting.
Is what?
Well,
On that schedule? What was the schedule you gave me for November?
Then the next-
I think it's
next
point
meeting-
while we only having one meeting in November.
The one with the schedule you showed me.
Skipping the 26th.
yeah, it's 26th is Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Well, can we have one like on Monday?
Well,
We are the third.
Here's a suggestion I would make,
December 3rd.
okay? Here's a suggestion I would make. I would say the next meeting would be on November 5th, which is 2 weeks from now. And then 2 weeks after that's November 19th. 2 weeks after that is December 3rd. And then 2 weeks after that is Christmas.
That sounds good to me.
That's like we normally would have
Work
meetings.
will mean.
Well, we normally have 2 meetings a month.
Yeah, but we're going to enjoy that 2 weeks between meetings.
Well, we can still have a meeting. You don't have to have we control the agenda.
That's what you want to do. That's fine.
Pretty enthusiastic.
I was going to enjoy that 2 week break. You're killing me, folks.
What's the 2 weeks between the meetings? You want the
I was just going to enjoy because our next regular meeting's not till the 12th.
which is, how many weeks is,
I mean, that's,
that would have been
3 weeks,
3 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
3 weeks. Well,
because the 29th and the 10th, or the 29th and the 5th is the 2 weeks. Because our meetings are on the second and fourth Wednesdays. That's our normal meetings.
what were these dates you suggested? Were they Wednesdays or what were they?
Yeah, there was.
The November 12th is a normal meeting day. That's a
Okay.
normal meeting day. The next one is the 26th, which is Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And then you would, in December, we're off on our meeting
So
schedule.
we're right
We're
now,
doing the 3rd and the 18th.
so right now we're at the 22nd and we won't meet again till November 12th.
That's a normal meeting, yes.
That's a long time, a long period of time.
But that is a normal meeting schedule.
Yes, but the only reason it's honest and normal, but then we don't, then we go to Thanksgiving and we don't have a meeting because of Thanksgiving.
It's, I don't understand, it's the 26th, it's not on Thanksgiving. I mean, are we not gonna be here the day before, or what? I'm missing something.
I'm not working that day.
You're not working?
We have it on Tuesday,
We'll be here, man.
that Tuesday before.
Yeah, we could do
We'll
that.
be here that week.
That deer season
Bob
or
will be,
something.
Bob will be here.
Tuesday would be fun.
I didn't know, I didn't understand the gap there. I just was looking at 2 week sequences and I understand your position.
The 25th. Okay, if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
And good.
Doesn't make any difference.
So what is it?
Tuesday the 25th.
We'll keep the schedule. He's recommending the 3 week gap there. Okay, and then we'll have our second meeting in November. Just move it up a little bit, maybe a couple days or a day or something.
Moving up a day to the 25th.
That will work too. Would that help you?
Yes,
You
because,
still got your 3 week there. Okay?
well, it's just 2 weeks and it's again, it's normal schedule. I mean, that's.
No, no, no,
November the
no, no,
12th
no,
is
no, no,
normal.
no. We go from now to the 12th. That's almost a 3 week period.
Well, see, that, what the problem's gonna be is we're gonna be meeting on the 25th, that Tuesday, then we have the holiday.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a meeting on Wednesday, the 3rd. I'm not gonna have anything for you all to do. Being that sort of, you know what I'm saying?
So this
Because
thing-
you're gonna meet,
See, the-
Thanksgiving.
was 2
nothing's
weeks,
happening.
2 weeks, 2 weeks.
So we'll just approve the minutes. That's
It's
probably
2
gonna
weeks
be the
in
only.
between each of them.
That seems like that'll work.
But he loses a week here. That'd be the 12th. And then we wouldn't have that one. If that would become the 12th. And we wouldn't have this. We could.
Well, I mean, there's some others. I mean, this is a big project that's going on there. We'll probably have something within a week.
Al, it's not always every 2 weeks. I put that on my calendar in my office. It's not every 2 weeks.
No, it's
It's the
not.
second and the
Whoa, whoa,
fourth.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wednesdays.
I didn't say it was always every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I just said this is every 2 weeks.
This is.
Oh, no, there's times we go.
Yeah,
3
we go,
weeks.
you go 3
Oh,
weeks.
believe me,
Yeah,
I know.
because I screwed up and put it on my calendar and I
No,
was
no,
here and there was
We
nobody
meet
here.
we meet the second and fourth.
I've done that.
Yeah, yeah, you
No,
guys.
I understand the second and fourth, but I'm saying this schedule here is every 2 weeks. It's just this weekend.
I like every 2 weeks. It keeps it uniform.
Well, it just moves
Moves it around.
So we have 2 meetings each month.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, that's gonna be the same. We can just do the same schedule for November and December. We'll just do the first Wednesday and third Wednesday. Let's do the 5th and the 19th.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's do the 5th and the 19th. Don't worry about the 12th. 12th is a normal, was a regular.
And then the
Board
next
meeting
one
day.
will be, then you go, then you
Do
go
the same
from,
thing for,
then you go from the 19th all the way to December 3rd. There's a gap there.
and then the 3rd and then the 18th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it'll work out for you,
Yeah,
okay?
that'll be
And
fine.
if we run into a
I'll let-
problem, we can
I'll
have
skip
an
it over a
abbreviated
bit.
meeting.
Yeah, that'll work just fine.
And you still have that 3 weeks.
So the next, those 4 meetings are gonna be special meetings.
They will be rescheduled.
All the scheduled meetings.
They're not special, they're just
They're
rescheduled.
all rescheduled, yeah. So again, that's gonna be November the 5th and November the 19th,
Yes,
Both at 3 o'clock.
both
on 3
three.
o'clock.
Oh, it's your holiday schedule.
The 3rd is at 3 o'clock, and the one on the 18th will probably be 11
10.
or
Just
10.
Remember, we have to go across town to the Robinson Grand for
Oh,
that.
that's right, okay, 10 o'clock.
That doesn't start till noon.
Right, it doesn't start till next week.
Okay.
And
that's- And that's a fairly routine meeting generally, you know? it's wrapping up year-end business and just some things like that. I know we always select an employee of the year and all those kind of things. You guys okay with that then?
I'm good with that.
So we're the first and third, back where we were before, and the first, instead of the third, will be the 18th, okay? The
Okay with
18th,
that?
so, yeah. Okay, guys?
Figured out. All right.
All right, sorry about that.
Need a motion on that. Sorry, I, let's get back on my calendar here.
No problem. All right,
So I make a motion that we approve the setting of the meeting schedule for November 5th, November 19th, December 3rd,
and
and
3 o'clock, all those.
all those at 3, and then one at 10 a.m. and on December 18th.
You got it. Motion on the floor, seconded. That's
Second.
Seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let's move on.
Board member reports or comments? Paul, you had too fodder.
How's, the data entry coming on short line?
That's what I was saying, on the transfer of billing, that's what us working on.
Have we started on it since the last meeting?
Oh, yes,
How much of it's done?
that I don't know, but I do know he's been working on it continuously over there.
Good.
And he's off until Monday, but I'd say probably by the end of next week or so, he'll probably be ready to mirror billing. I think that's what he wants to do. He wants to mirror billing for October.
Okay. So have we started working on the issues with Windsor Hills? You know, we talked about that before.
That's why we did the valve. That's why we did the valve
Checking
repair
all
on
the
Milford
valves.
Street. Yeah. We have it back on. Going that way.
Remember what we did last night?
Yeah.
It's on.
But then we had to go take a valve out, which got it done.
It's done, and they're finishing up the second leak. Then they're up on Rodney fixing the leak.
But I'm talking about going out, our line going out to Windsor Hills.
Eagle Way.
That's what,
That crew.
when we met with them, everybody told me they want to make some changes
Those are
right
the old
there.
valves.
That's the old valves that are broke shut. That's what we had, that's what we got fixed this week.
Good deal, I just want to make sure of that.
That's the one the contractor was out on all night.
What was the thing at RCD?
We have a break on the line in there.
Okay.
That's the third break
Well,
in
I
2
bet
days.
school property.
This was on the school property this time it was, yes, not the pond.
We fix that, or they?
No, it's us, it's online.
It's our fee.
Yeah.
Like prior questions.
I just want to thank Bob, be in touch with me, like, when I got a concern from the citizens about that break and on RCB, and you guys got in touch with me real quickly, and Jason as well, so got that worked extra hours and got that all fixed up, so thank you.
They fixed another leak on it today.
Another today?
That's why school got out early.
I didn't know that.
I was at a meeting and then I called for that DEP.
They're going to replace that line, and then with all that break?
We are, Steve Haynes, I talked to him today, we might be able to get that line replaced. The line's not that old. Under, what do they call that? On the, what a line that takes priority, critical needs, that's it. We're
Just because so many breaks that's been on there.
3 breaks in 2 days.
I mean, seems like
So it's not indicative of lack of maintenance. It's indicative of something else that's going on, based upon what I'm hearing is that the bottom of the pipeline, which is a duct iron line, and a thin wall duct iron line that has corrosion issues. It sounds to me like it is, in need of a major, long, entire length repair with a different material. Because it is getting hit either by some drainage hotspot or something that's in there that's attacking that pipe specifically. So right now, the thing about the critical needs though, is that they are developing criteria checklist items of what qualifies as critical needs and does not qualify. And there was
school
some,
yield would be.
I don't know, I don't have that checklist yet.
Yeah.
So they are supposed to be publishing that within the next couple of months.
Couple of months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I'm hoping.
And that's good for,
Things move fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, especially that's
Well,
good probably.
But it is because they've been talking about this since January. And, at the point now, making a decision. And the decision, or the discussion got a little animated at the last meeting about what those conditions should be, so.
What, to determine critical need?
Well, I guess
And
we,
the amount of money that should be there.
well, I guess if, we're documenting all these break-ins and getting that to them, that may expedite the process.
Yeah.
If it keeps on, twice and said, hey, another one,
It's 3 times in 2
And
days.
then that might say, hey, we need to get this special one, for school.
And I agree. It's a pot of money that's sitting there that we should look at, and my encouragement to everybody is always this: don't say no for someone else. Let them say no.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Well, life and death.
yes,
They put hospitals, emergency services, all those things. There's a pecking order in what's critical need.
absolutely.
Alrighty, I mean, it's an inconvenience to be out of school but it doesn't kill anybody or anything.
Any phone call from any of the letters that we sent out? Nothing.
What letters are you talking about?
The ones that we,
What were those?
about, asking the local
Prerogative.
prerogative about, issues on, medicating with, fluoride.
About medicating with fluoride or
Taking, to get,
explain it to me, I just want to.
remember we discussed, sending letters
The
to
email he sent us, you sent us.
Charleston.
Right?
Oh, the governor asking
governor.
for local autonomy to allow local water
Local-
boards to remove fluoride if they want to.
if we want to,
Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure.
Local autonomy, yeah.
That's what I did.
Making a local decision,
Yeah.
whether you're for or
It had
against.
nothing to- it had nothing to do with medicating or any of those terms you just used. It was just, could a board take it in or out? It's up to their decision, whatever the reason is, right?
correct, but
Right.
fluoride is medicated.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, if you want to talk about it,
From the other side.
we can discuss it. I think I understand where you're going. I want to make sure that people know we're sending letters out.
Right, yes, yeah.
Yeah, well, any discussions on fluoride should be done at a public meeting. All righty, anything else, guys? Anything? How about around?
Well, I do have a question for you guys. When you guys go down Waverly, Temple, going back, behind, basically it's my question, because I live behind those alleys off of Temple. Are you doing that once you go down? Are you going up, behind the homes on Waverly, and then, and the alleys, replacing the line? I see where it's spray painted up there.
Well, just because something's spray paint, that's probably marking existing utilities. But I know we have to go between the houses.
Okay, that's where I
Between
live.
John and, what is that, Ryan?
Ryder,
Ryder,
Ryder
between
and
John
John.
and Ryder, we're going behind the houses.
but I'm in between Waverly and then Temple, and there's that alley, and that's where ours is.
When you go up Temple on your left, make a right into an alley.
First
That's
alley.
behind his house.
Okay, I don't think we go up that alley. I think it goes up the next street. What is the next street?
Right,
John.
John.
And we're gonna have to have
No.
John.
Ryder.
Probably
Ryder.
Ryder.
Ryder goes up and has the big little cul-de-sac, has a
Yeah,
little
the
cul-de-sac,
cul-de-sac. Yeah,
that dead
yeah,
ends.
yeah.
Yeah, we've gotta go up Ryder.
Okay, so,
Yeah. Then we cut down the right of way where the street's abandoned.
Yes.
Starts with an S. So Simpson.
Simpson.
I think we cut
Simpson.
down that right of way.
when's the, when are we planning on doing anything with Waverly?
It's
It's
probably gonna be late after the first of the year.
Okay, that's-
Yeah.
Thanks for.
Yeah, it's gonna go out. The only issue you're gonna have up there is we're gonna have to close access to John off of Temple Terrace to do a tie-in because it's so narrow that we can't get around, so I told them to give me a week's notice so we can notify the residents that we're gonna have to have it closed, and we may have to do it at night.
Well, the whole street's gonna be closed?
You won't access, well, John's an dead end, and we gotta do a tie-in right off of Temple Terrace, so we can't get them around, so we may do it at night.
Okay, because I was gonna say though,
I mean,
how are they gonna get the word?
yeah,
That, on Waverly Way, I know from Milford Street going
How would
up,
they get the word?
from Milford up
Park,
to.
park on the street.
Don't delay.
But they have to do it, right?
Yeah.
That would,
They'll have to
They
delay
go
it.
park down Temple
I
Terrace.
mean, not as some people are old.
we'll get it
Well,
off.
Are they still working?
They'll work it out.
We'll get it off.
Anyway,
This is,
from Milford Street up to Temple, it's in Waverly, it's on Waverly Way. But once you get past Temple, down, yes, the water's fed through the alley going around the back below. In other words, between Euclid and Waverly Way.
Okay.
Once you get past Temple, those houses going on out Waverly Way, they get their water from below,
From
houses
behind.
on the right, from the alley.
Okay.
Do they have to replace that line in that alley?
I don't have the plans.
I was curious about that too. I've had questions. about
I
it.
think that was replaced after I was
I don't
mayor.
think every street over there is getting replaced.
I think after I was mayor of the city, they came through there and they put in
I think
a larger
Temple's
line,
on
like a
that
2-inch
plan.
line rather than a
Yeah.
1-inch line or something.
Not to build.
Because we had terrible shop of water
That's it.
pressure. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions around?
Another thing I want to say is, proud of my guys, they got all 6 filter media all changed out, plus they cleaned the basins, so they've been pretty busy the last few months, so. they've
Good
done
deal,
well.
Bobby?
I'm not proud of it.
Okay. We don't have an executive session, do we? I don't know anything.
Up to Jason.
Yes, yes.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we gotta go over a few things I just gave him, I want you to go over.
Okay, then let's take
Litigation stuff.
Let's take a real quick break. So if you want to talk to our media people here real quick and get, so they don't have to stay. So let's have a motion to go into executive session.
Make a
We'll do
motion, we
5
go
minutes.
to
Second
executive
motion, Attorney Clapper.
Under
Motion is
attorney's
second.
client privilege.
you sure you got
this time?